Redfall can best be described as an atmospheric, serene game with amazing gameplay and stealth mechanics. Nope, scratch that. Redfall's open-world design is begging you to explore every nook and cranny of it. Thankfully, getting from one point of the map to the other is as simple as a click of a button. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, silly me, I forgot. This game is completely about the characters and the character customization and all of the amazing things we can do with it. You know, the thing that's really rough with this one, and to even talk about it, is Redfall actually started off okay. It is actually a pretty atmospheric game. It wasn't until I started using the pistol that I realized that something might be a little off here. And I feel like I should have already known this, because whenever you see this type of cursor movement with a controller-based game, one has to start wondering how optimized the game is to begin with. Needless to say, it felt a little fishy. I actually think that the most frustrating thing about Redfall is it's kind of just boring to talk about. It has all the basic level mechanics you'd expect in a game like this, but it does none of them well. Literally none of them. I suppose if I were to give it something, I'd go back to what I said right at the very beginning. This game can be very atmospheric, and there are definitely oddities littered throughout the world. I was particularly fascinated with what they did with the water here. Now, I'll be upfront and honest with you guys. I'm a little over 2 hours into this game. That's it. But I'm also already deciding that I'm going to wait to see if they can patch some of this game's issues. Please fix the textures here. I mean, look at this. What is this? But I just have such little faith in that. And that's because I actually think this game's biggest issues aren't things that are really patchable. The story in this game is told through a series of slideshows, so you never really even get to feel like you're interacting with NPCs. And as I'm sure you've heard elsewhere, the world just feels so dead because of that. It doesn't feel like anyone's living in this world. And so far from what I've experienced, the mission structure here is just so basic and so far removed from the complexity of the Dishonored and Prey games. Oh, and as a quick aside, don't let this game fool you. There is still plenty of loading going on here, as we saw a bit earlier. But the real annoyance is your hub bases in this game are instanced themselves. So yeah, that means if you die, you load back at your hub base, which means in order to get back to where you were, you have to go through the loading screen of dying, then go through the loading screen of getting back out of the hub into the open world again. What an absolutely convoluted way of doing this. But that convolutedness, I think, is what really surmises this game. It's a whole bunch of these little things that add up to a whole lot. We don't have a weapon wheel. The NPCs that you interact with are not dubbed correctly and just look like a dog turd. Purchasing a gun doesn't remove it from the vendor's inventory. It's just still there, looking awkward. The light and shadow textures in this game just play with you constantly by making you think that something's moving when in reality, it's just a whole bunch of jankiness going on at once. And the enemy AI is just atrociously bad in this game. And all this I noticed within just the first 2 hours of the game, so I'm sure there's plenty more to be discovered. There is a bigger picture here. I posted this tweet, and I mean it. Something needs to be said, something needs to change. Redfall was going to presumably be the start of the new era of Xbox. How on earth was this game even allowed to be released? I really don't mean to come off as entitled here, it's just we need to know what's going on. We need answers here. Like a lot of you out there, I'm just kind of tired of playing the waiting game. And most likely you and I will have to do just that until the June showcase finally shows up. And man, good luck at that showcase. You are going to literally have the weight of the world on your shoulders. So until that wait, I guess for now I'm going to try and just tiptoe a little bit back into this game and see if there's any possible chance that Redfall can redeem itself.